What's going on, YouTube? This is your friendly neighborhood DraftKings addict, bringing my top picks for Saturday's NBA DFS slate. All right, guys, so before we get started, go ahead and drop a like for me on the video. That really helps out the channel. And as always, guys, drop your comments below. Let me know who you love and who you hate. We have a massive 11-game slate today, so your input is very important. And if you're new to DraftKings addict, don't forget to subscribe before you go. Matter of fact, go ahead and hit the subscribe button real quick. All right, cool. Thank you. All right, so let's go ahead and break down today's slate. So go ahead and give me a follow over at Twitter at DK underscore addicts. All right, guys. So give me a follow there. Drop some funny videos every now and then. Updates to picks, or if players ruled out. If there's some value that I think is really good, I'll tweet that out. All right, but check it out. All right, so Draft Dashboard, my research tool of choice. If you want to give it a try, check the description of this video. I have a link where you can get a 30-day trial of this software for $1. All right, so check it out. But this is my research tool of choice. So let's go ahead and go over to the position optimizer. 11-game slate, like I said, the main slate. Then we have a couple of small 2-game slates at the bottom here. All right, so at point guard, right now my favorite point guard on the slate is going to be this guy right here, Mr. Chris Paul. All right, going up against Golden State. Over and under is projected to be pretty high, but the main thing right now is that James Harden is currently questionable. It says that he has some kind of cervical strain. All right, so with or without James Harden, I like Chris Paul. All right, but it definitely if James Harden is ruled out, I'm locking in Chris Paul at 7.6K. His usage is going to go through the roof. All righty, and it's a nice matchup versus Golden State. All right, so give me Mr. Chris Paul. All right. It's my favorite point guard on the slate, guys. Got a couple of other options here, like Tyler Johnson. I think may be a good value. Going up against ATL, all right, because point guards versus Atlanta. That's definitely a great spot for them. Also, Mr. Brandon Ingram going up against New Orleans. All right, it should be a nice game there. 6K, too cheap for this guy, and he's playing 35-plus minutes. All right. Ricky Rubio did okay last night. Put up 35 DraftKings points, I believe. All right, but hey, gets a nice matchup versus Dallas now on the back-to-back. All right, you got the young cat here going up against Russell Westbrook. He's done well 2 times and done okay the other 2. So at 7.2K, he could be an option. But right now, Chris Paul is my favorite point guard. Oh, also Trae Young. Forgot about that on the other side of that Phoenix game. Trae Young, let me go ahead and throw him in there. All right, get you some Trae Young. This dude's been on fire. Like, look at that. 50, 45, 55. All righty. He had an off game where he put up 29, then he had 43 the game before that. All right, so this young cat is coming into his own. He gets a plus matchup versus Phoenix, so he's definitely somebody we can consider. All right, so as you can see for shooting guard, let's go ahead and take a look at that. My favorite shooting guard is going to be Devin Booker, man. Going up against ATL again, a nice matchup for guards, as you can see overall. All righty, he has great history versus his team, 61, 27, and 54 in the last 3 games versus this team. So on an 11-game slate, I like plus matchups and consistent history versus the team. So Devin Booker definitely checks all those boxes for me. Also, Khris Middleton. Oh, my goodness. Look at that. Going up against Minnesota. Alrighty. He's averaging 34 DraftKings points versus this team, and he's only 6.2K. Coming off the All-Star game, he put up 40 points. Alrighty. So I like his chances right here at 6.2K. Give me some Khris Middleton. Again, usage is decent at 24% on average. He's playing 30-plus minutes. Alrighty. So Khris Middleton seems like a safe play at 6.2K. Alrighty, next up, small forward. Alright. Oh yeah, guys, I forgot to go over yesterday's slate, man. So yesterday, we had a pretty good slate, man. I put up a 342, and it didn't even get deep into the cash. I told you guys the cash line was gonna be crazy high. Alright, but here's my 342 line. Alright, I had Rubio, Bazemore, DeRozan, Millsap, who went the hell off. 47 DraftKings points, and I think he was only like what, 4.4K or something like that, 4.6K. Give me some of that. All right, so Sabonis again smashed. All right, we had Donovan Mitchell again. Look at that, 1.6% on. Dude went off. Like I said, his history versus this team has been well. He went off for 53 DraftKings points. Had a season high. All right, we had Kyle O'Quinn. He was too cheap at 3,000 to ignore. He put up 28, which was great. And then Paul George and Russell Westbrook both went off. But I took the discount and went with Paul George here. As you can see, put up 342. All righty, guys. I had a couple other lineups in the 300s, man, but you had to have at least 315 yesterday and up the cash. It go one that was 328. I went with Conley and Kemba. And Joakim Noah, look at that. That dude went out for 47 DraftKings points. All right, Wiggins, Basemore. All right, so I had a lot of the court plays in here. Ricky Rubio had 32.75. Didn't blow it out the water, but he didn't kill you either because that was still 6 times value for him. So let's go ahead and get back into the picks, though, guys. Forgot to go over that. All right, so we were at small forward. So at small forward, we already talked about Khris Middleton. He's one of my favorite plays. Also, I'm going to be honest, man. For some reason, Buddy Hield stand out to me at 6.5K. Alrighty. Of course, Paul George is always in play. He's on the back-to-back, coming off a double overtime game, so be concerned about that. But it's Paul George, and I believe, yep, they're at home again, so they didn't have to travel. So that shouldn't be an issue there for Paul George. But I will have some LeBron James as well, going up against New Orleans at 10.8K. But right now, again, Middleton is my favorite small forward. Let's see who else I get. Let me see if I can find y'all a value guy. I guess Bogdanovich could be a good value play at 4.6K, going up against OKC. All right, Joe Harris has been hot lately too. He could be a good value at 4.5K, guys. So those are a couple options there. Keep an eye on that Doncic news. He was out yesterday. I'm not sure if he's going to play today, but keep an eye on that news. If he's out, that could mean some value there in Dallas. Next up, power forward, guys. Favorite power forward on the slate right now by far is Mr. Al Horford. Dude has been on fire. 62, 52, and 50 in the last 3 games, and now he gets a great matchup versus Chicago. All right, and I believe they're playing in Chicago. Let's see. Yep, they're playing in Chicago, and they're 10-point favorites right now. So I don't worry about those quote-unquote blowouts. But Al Horford right now is my favorite on the slate. If you say, hey, I don't want to play that Al Horford chalk, I think that game is going to be a blowout. Another guy around the same price range that you can definitely look at is Draymond Green going up against Houston. He's 6K. And then you also got Kyle Kuzma going up against New Orleans at 6.3K. Both of those guys could go off for 40 DraftKings points at 6K. So, but right now, Al Horford is my guy. Also, Sabonis, if we get news that Miles Turner is out again, Sabonis becomes another lock for me at 5.7K going up against Washington, which is normally a favorable matchup for power forward / centers. So give me some of that at that price. Bagley, this dude's minutes too inconsistent in my opinion. But yeah, those are my favorite. Oh, Lord Marketing, he's been real hot lately. All right, but he gets a tough matchup versus Boston. But at 8K, this guy's been super freaking consistent. As you can see, 47, 46, 51, 41, and 60 in his last 5 games played. So he's somebody that you definitely could consider 8K. Seems to be have a nice safe floor around 40. 45, 40 or so DraftKings points. So he's somebody that you definitely could consider. I don't think I'm going to be paying up for him, me personally. All right. But got options at 11 games. You got options, 22 games, 22 teams that you can pick players from. All right. So at center, my favorite center at the moment, actually Steven Adams, guys. All right. Steven Adams, look at his history versus this team. He's averaging 43 DraftKings points versus Sacramento. All right, 54, 36, 38, 21, and 46. Yes, Russell Westbrook steals a lot of his rebounds, but at 6K, he does not need to do much to pay for his value, and he has a positive history versus his team. So at 6.1K, I like Steven Adams. All righty, so give me some of that. Again, if you don't like Al Horford for whatever reason at 6.4, pay down to Steven Adams at 6.1. Yes, he has that little ice cube right there, but he just put up 45 last night in that double overtime game. But again, 6.1K is to me, it's too cheap versus the Sacramento team, which is a great matchup for bigs when it comes to rebounds and things of that nature. All right. Yeah. Some value, guys. Again, Taj Gibson would be another guy that could be decent value. He put up 40-something DraftKings points last night. So hopefully you guys played him when Karl Anthony Towns was ruled out. All right, but if Towns is out again, he could be another good value play today. So can Mr. Willie Cauley-Stein going up against OKC. He's had a positive history versus them, and he's only 4.6K. So he could be a nice value play. Jared Allen versus Charlotte. Yeah, his minutes inconsistent. All right. J-Val. Don't know if he's going to be in or not. But there's a lot of questionable tags again, guys. So on an 11-game slate, I would suggest you find you 4 to 5 games maybe that you like as far as the over and under and the actual matchup, and then correct your player pool from that. Alrighty. So that way you can have your player pool kind of shrunk down, so that way you don't have to look at 22 teams worth of players. All right, because some of these games you don't want to touch, guys. So yeah, so let's go ahead and get into it. So those are my favorite plays, guys. So once you select all your favorite plays over here on Draft Dashboard, you can come down here to the lineup optimizer and allow Draft Dashboard to optimize your lineup. As you can see right here, 49, 700 was spent. All right, for a DraftKings lineup, and if you like it, you can hit save. But if you want to, let's say, upgrade from or downgrade from Mr. Drew Holiday, all right, because they're skimming down their minutes, and I'm gonna go down to Mr. Middleton, and maybe I upgrade Joe Harris down here in my UTO, all right, and I go with, let's see who I can upgrade to: Miles Turner, Wiggins, Kuzma, Portis, all right, Steven Adams. Bam, there you go. All right, so maybe this is a lineup that I like, so I will go ahead and hit save lineup. Bam, done dilly. So if I want to go with a mass lineup generator, here you go right here. I can build anywhere between 10 to 100 lineups. Let Draft Dashboard do all the heavy lifting for me, and I'm good to go. Alrighty, guys. So let's go ahead and look at my favorite plays at the moment. So Chris Paul, top of line, point guard, going up against Golden State. If Mr. Harden is out, this guy should play all the minutes he can handle. The hamstring seems to be fine. 7.6K is too cheap for Mr. Chris Paul. Devin Booker going up against ATL, normally a favorable matchup for point guards. And as you can see, the last time these two teams met, he put up 60 DraftKings points. Mr. Middleton, again, positive history versus this team. Played 24 minutes versus Minnesota and put up 30 DraftKings points. As you can see, his minutes has been up in the 30s lately, so that should mean positive. He should be able to get a 6-time value, which is 36 DraftKings points or more. All right, Mr. Al Horford, again, been on fire. All righty, 62, 51, 49 in his last 3 games, playing 30 plus 35 or so minutes. All right, so this guy played 20 minutes versus this team, Chicago, and put up 30 DraftKings points. So Chicago, keep the game close so Al Horford can smash value, please. All right, and then Steven Adams is my center. Again, 3 games versus the Sacramento team. He's averaging 42 DraftKings points. And again, he's playing 38 plus minutes. So this guy's going to be on the court, which means opportunity. And at 6K, he just seems too cheap. Too cheap versus Sacramento. All right, so those are my 5 favorite players, guys. That does not mean I'm going to have these 5 players in every single one of my lineups, but I will have a good amount of each one of these guys throughout my lineups. All right, so good luck today, guys. Don't forget, 30-day trial for $1 is in the description of this video, the link. Also, give me a follow over on Twitter. Don't forget to like the video before you go. And also, if you're new to the channel, thank you for stopping by. Don't forget to subscribe. All righty, guys. So follow me for this NBA DFS heat. All right. Good luck, guys. Drop your comments below, and I'll holler at you guys tomorrow.